What's the deal, y'all?
What's good?
What up, though?
It's your girl, the Caribbean Chocolate, Jocelyn Navarro.
Good. It's the one that makes my life.
Now somebody hit my music.
I'm not contemplating and chasing, handling biz right now. We never waiting and patient, jumping at the crib right now. Put up my label, we make it stay legit right now. Could call the doctor, we operating, they sick or sit right.
For once I can say, this is mine. You can't take it. Yo, what's going on? You already know it is by the sound of my voice. Swims to 6 foot. JT back in this piece. Yo, real quick, shout out to JJ sliding through on that vacate. But before I go any further, man, you know I couldn't do this without the homie, the road dog, of course, El Jefe, El Capitan, man. We talking about El Cheech. Hey, Poppy, what's going on?
Yo, what's going on? Cheech in La Casa once again. Another week, man, of this thing called wrestling, man. What's going on, man?
It's a lot going on in the world, man. First and foremost, can't go on without paying our respects to the one, the only Sabu. Rest in peace, Terry Brown. Possibly one of the best of that generation. One of the people to usher in hardcore wrestling, man.
He definitely was, a trendsetter. A lot of moves, bro. A lot of moves. He invented them. That. Well, what is it that some Jacob Fatu said? All gas, no brakes.
Yeah, that's the definition of Sabu.
That was Sabu, my dude. And also before we forget, rest in peace. Our condolences to Derek Dillinger.
Yes.
On the passing of his dad, man.
Yeah. Prayers going out to the homie Derek, man. Keep your heads up. Man, you need anything, you need to reach out to us. Just know we're here. Prayers going to you, man. But the wrestling world was turned upside down. Because of that news, because no one expected it, right? No one expects death, right? And when it happened, it was caught off guard, and it happened 2 weeks after his match with George Janela. And then, the article came out, which is, I don't want to say bad timing, because I want to say some of the things in the article may have been perceived by some fans in a different way, especially if you just reading it at face value and not actually reading what was said. But long story short, fans just started to point their finger at Joey Janela, blaming him. GCW. I'm like, how can you blame the company for someone dying all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's unexpected. And this is 2 weeks after. Not saying there won't be effects, but I'm saying, but just to point fingers because you want to point fingers, right? IWC does.
A few weeks, yeah, man. It's nuts. That's your in the wrestling community. That's the way they be. Oh, hey, JJ.
Yeah, I said earlier, JJ was in the house, man, on the vacay, but you weren't on the screen yet. Shout out to JJ. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Final Boss.
That's an OG right there.
Yeah. Hey, JJ was with us inside the trenches when we first took off the rough days. What's going on? Shout out to Zach coming through on the chat, man. Appreciate you and everything like that. But wrestling in itself was wild over the weekend. We had Backlash, got some MLW news as well.
Yeah, they making moves.
MLW making moves. And NWA making moves as well.
TNA. Yeah, NWA got their show this weekend.
Yeah. NWA Crockett Cup. Yo, shout out, man, from the Dirty Hills, man, from the Jobber Squad. I'm sorry, the Jobber Tears Network, man. Cannot go remiss without the homie Kofi Weaston.
What
Yo,
up? What up?
shout out to
What
the
up, those Knicks, son? Those
hey,
Knicks. Hey,
yo. Oh, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
what's crazy?
You said how about the Knicks, but you said nothing about the Cavs.
Okay.
No, man, but damn, Cheech really bounced on me because of that. No, it's cool, man. Listen, how does it feel to be me? Okay, how does it feel to be a Heat fan? That's right. You on the beach, just like us, out there. You watching at home. But no, shout out to the Cavs, though, man. Cavs had a good season.
We got a
Cavs,
good season. I don't know. What they shoot too many threes, bro. The
yeah.
fucking NBA just fucked it up. Yo, shout out, man. I'm rooting for y'all, dude. You know what I mean? The Knicks. This is your time, man. Yeah, go get that Knicks tape, baby. Knicks tape.
Hold on, wait. JJ talking about some the Pacers about to whoop that. Oh,
What?
okay. I mean, she gonna
What
rep.
the helly?
What
What the
the
helly?
hell? What the hell he on? No,
Well,
man.
definitely they had to something had to shake up because now is entertaining, bro. Because for real, you know what I mean. The NBA was some trash.
No, man.
So
That was a script right out of WWE. Everything is wrestling. Everything is sports entertainment. If y'all ain't figured that out yet, just by all right, so I am back, and I am Tyrone Couplepot here with your rumors and news. So a lot has been announced thus far. Um, let's talk about it. Jake the Snake Roberts, he is now out of the hospital
what
from.
happened to him?
Well, he had a surgery. He's recovering from it.
Oh, he got a
So
BBL.
a BBL. Now he probably got a hip replacement. I don't know, but he got the
Oh, okay,
thumbs up.
gotcha.
So, he's doing well. Shout out, glad to see an OG is back out and out the hospital. Also inside the rumors meal bag. Cheech, do me a favor, check the comments real quick because I can't look. Okay. Also inside the rumors of Mills bag, it was announced not too long ago that Willow's contract was coming up and she was going to be a free agent. And Tony Khan
What you
said,
be saying?
not on my watch. Not
I mean,
around.
I was thinking about that. Like, are they gonna? You know what I mean? Like, she's been on their TV. You know what I mean? Like clockwork. You know what I mean? That she's one of the girls that they've been pushing. You know what I mean? So why do that? And then next, thing you know, WWE, is they gonna put the rocket to her ass. If she would have had left, even though a lot of people complain about her style, not safe. But I'm glad that she found a home, man. And I just, man, love them Tickums, son.
Now, shout out to Willow, man. Willow is cool. She's down to earth. She's a cool, vibrant spirit. And to be honest, I like her inside AEW. Give her some time to mature some more as a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she's still young doing this. Not saying that she's too young inside the game to go to WWE. And at this point, let's face it, WWE is not the end all to be all when it comes to having a career inside the world of wrestling. It's just the biggest company in the world of wrestling.
No, I mean, but to be honest, you know what I mean? You have to keep it a buck. You know what I mean? That's where everybody wants to go. You know what I mean? Of course, they got to say that, but that's the end all to be all. Even there's more opportunities to meet. You know what I mean?
Oh
But
yeah, it's definitely more opportunities for sure.
like for you to get like your career kind of like talk, which is fucked up. Maybe it might change, but you know how it is. It's like you could be the greatest basketball player in the world, but if you don't play in the NBA, are you the greatest? You feel me?
Right. That's almost like comparing, like, not to say AEW's N1 and WWE's the NBA, but just for quick reference, I'm going to use it anyways.
That,
So
I like it.
no, but not. I don't need nobody to bash me. How dare you compare them to uh, to N1 mixtapes? I mean, I'm not saying they N1 mixtapes, but what I can say is, if this was back in the N1 mixtape days, a lot of stuff they doing over there is N1 mixtape shit. You know what I'm saying? But in a cool way. So we also
I
got
like it.
go.
I like the correlation.
Okay, somebody's somebody
I'm about to
over there.
say, like, who's Alamo? Who's hot sauce? Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Who's Escalade in
Who's
AEW?
this guy?
That's that's what I want to know. who
No,
who
that's
that's
crazy. After many years, I mean, not many years. If you knew, you knew. That Escalade happened to be Mark Jackson's brother.
yeah, man.
That's
I
crazy.
was not in the know at the time. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, yeah.
I
A
was.
lot of people wasn't because they kept it on the hush.
Mhm.
Luna.
Uh,
Sorry for
Luna,
my dog.
Luna, chill out. It's just Papa. Okay,
Luna.
she
Shut
listen to
up.
me. Okay. Also, inside the rumors and news, it was also announced coming up that there is going to be Evolution 2, and one of the matches that they were talking about having is get this, Charlotte versus Jade.
Oh, brought to you by Pornhub.
So what you think about that, man? I mean, do you think it's too early? Because they teased this Jade's first arrival on NXT when they walked by each other. They teased this on an episode of SmackDown. They teased it again recently when she returned
Mm.
in the Rumble, like in Rumble and all this stuff. So I mean, well, Jade didn't return in the Rumble. I'll take that back. But they've teased it. So do you think it's too early, or do you think we should get it now?
The only reason I'm gonna say that it's not too early is because who is Jay being in the ring with? You know what I mean?
She's been in the ring with Naomi. She's been in the ring with Nia Jax.
No, no, I'm talking about Charlotte.
Oh,
Like Jay being paired with Charlotte. You know what I mean? That's just gonna help her. You know what I mean? And teach her the repetition. She's gonna show her the right way. You know what I mean? Let's keep it a buck. Jade is still not there, but the potential. You know what I mean? Who better than somebody that could lose and still have her status, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And that's one Charlotte Flair. You know what I mean? And come on, you beat Charlotte Flair as Jade coming up. That's huge. You know what I mean? To me. So I think it's just, hey, pull the trigger while you can. But I think there's a lot of equity on Jade.
oh
So
yeah.
they're gonna put everybody that gonna make her look good. You feel me?
Hmm.
Ba-da-da.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I think it's a really good matchup, and it's going to, like you said, it's going to add on to her someone good to sharpen her off, to get her up to speed. Also, inside rumors and news, I was going to mention this, but JJ beat me to it. Prayers going out to JR. JR announced today that he's been diagnosed with colon cancer, and he's going to be going into surgery next week to go ahead and see about that. So prayers out to him, man.
Yo, let's talk about, what I mean? Shout out to Get Cho ass out of here. Get Cho, Justin on him. You know what I mean? Don, Powerbomb Jitsu. But let's talk about Reebok, man. You see Reebok back in the swing of things.
Yeah, so
In the wrestling show.
Reebok. Not only do they got the Young Buck pumps, but they got the Swerve While I Drive Reebok Answer 3s. So Swerve has a sneaker deal with Reeboks. They're supposed to be dropping this soon.
Next week,
Honest,
I believe.
yeah, I honestly did not see this coming. I did not think it would be paired up with Allen Iverson, but
Whose house? But you know who runs, you know what I mean? Who runs Reebok right now, right?
the Diesel.
The Diesel and the AI.
The Diesel, man, Shaq. So I think Shaq really behind this AEW product, man. Like you know he's showing off the title and everything, and you know getting deals for the stars. He ended up getting well he didn't get the Bucks a deal, but Bucks got their deal. Swerve got his deal. I don't know if there's a connection, a correlation, but shout out, man. Definitely shout out to that.
You say you got him. She like, I got them joints, son.
She already got them. Now, are you gonna swerve while you drive?
Yeah, you better be careful. You better take some pics. You know what I mean? See how they look on feet.
Yeah, we gotta see the pics. We gotta do it like back in the day. Like, damn, JJ, back at it again. With
damn, JJ with them bands.
Also inside wrestling world, Cole Cabana and Excalibur appeared on Family Guy this past weekend. So check that out, man. The AEW getting exposure. Maybe this was the Fox deal that Swerve was talking about months ago.
But wasn't that? I think it was somebody related to one of them. Right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, somebody. I think one of the writers.
I think that was on them on their own. You know, I don't think AEW. If they just happened to be there, yeah. You know how smart AEW is when they could use free promo, and they don't use it.
Man, get that free promo. Ain't no wrong with that. Also, inside rumors and news. So, real quick, HBO Max is back. It's no longer Max. It's going back to HBO Max. That was real quick on that one.
Where?
Yeah, they literally pull a Snoop line back to Snoop Dogg, or they pull. Remember ODB used to change his name all the time. It's like ODB would now longer be known as ODB. Be now known as Dirt McGirt, and then he turned back to ODB.
Dirt McGirt. Yeah, man. Another thing, real quick on the rumors. Remember that there was a list that had came out on the supposedly signees by AAA. I guess it turned out to be that list was not true. According to El Jefe Conan. You know what I mean? So supposedly nobody, quote unquote, nobody had been signed from AAA. So
so
that should be interesting.
It was a lie,
bro. People just ran with it.
It was a lie this whole time. Oh my god, that's messed up, man. Stop putting out misinformation and having us recorded. No, I'm joking.
No, that's the thing. The sources, whatchamacallit, not the sources, but the outlets that started reporting on them. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like people ran with it. You know what I mean? But I guess nobody's, nothing signed.
Let me see. Check out the IG world real quick. Waiting for the people to comment on there. Let's see. Where we at? Let's go back to the.
What about this Kenny Omega comment, bro?
Yeah, Omega.
He hollering?
Yeah, he hollering. You know what I'm saying? He hollering. Also,
but he ain't too far away from the truth, man.
I mean, is he, or is he just promoting his brand?
I mean, come on now, you know.
Okay. So if we're promoting brands, right? Let's keep it hip hop, right? Remember when G Unit was basically beefing with everybody, right? And remember, like, if you were G Unit, you gonna pump G Unit. You're not gonna say, well, hey, I think what D Block is doing over there is pretty good too. No,
I was G Unit.
It's Unit, like like it is what it is on there. Like I understand, like Will Ospreay came out again and said something too, pretty much promoting the brand. Like
I'm gonna read you what he said to Adi Shankar. He said, I think we're headed on a path where it's like a couple of WrestleManias down the road. The main event's gonna be Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast.
I mean, I don't know main event wise, but I get it. Like, okay, celebrities wrestle. They do that. That's something that WWE has been doing since its inception.
Well, I think
84.
TKO, man. TKO is more behind that more now. You know what I mean? They going with, you know, with the eye speeds. You going with whatever the K Senat or all them guys. You know what I mean? Because there's the new, you know, the new in, you know, music. Bro, they one of them streamers, they'll put a song or talk shit about a song or whatever, bro. It take a hit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that sit on their ass and play games. You know what I mean? I don't fucking play games. No, I'm kidding. No, to each his own. You know what I mean?
No, you know, it is what it is, man. Like, you get it. Like, if it is that, it's going to be that, like, that's what's drawing in money. Not saying that wrestling's not drawing in money, but wrestling's being produced into a mainstream market. So people want to see people that they can relate to on that mainstream market, the streamers, the people that watch the streamers. Like, that's a whole different demographic. These streamers be having 40 million, 50 million people plus tuning
On a
in
humble.
just off rip, off the muscle. So imagine you get a fraction of that crowd to tune into your product. It's worth it, right? Even if you get like 25% of 40%, like that's real good numbers coming to your product. And I'm not about to stand them out right now, but you know, I get what he's saying. But on the other hand, y'all over there with what's his face, the Rizzle and what's the guy's name? Wow, the celebrity guy AEW has wrestling. Boom Boom.
Oh, the Costco kids or something.
Yeah, the Costco guys. My bad. You know, you got the Costco guys on the card. So you know, celebrities is celebrities. Yeah, y'all had Snoop Dogg jumping off the top rope. Come on, let's stop it. You had Trina, you had Rick Ross, you even had Kevin Gates.
Yeah,
so
you had Travis Scott.
So let's not do that. You know, both companies doing the same thing at the end of the day. What else do we have coming from there? Oh, Hulk Hogan is still a generational liar. If y'all did not know, so Hulk Hogan was interviewed on whose podcast is that? So,
Ariel Helwani?
I want to say that. Yeah, he was on his show. I think so. He was on his show, and he asked him about how Hulk Hogan felt about being booed in LA, and he automatically went into Hulk Hogan mode. Like, you know what? I think, brother, it's because the last time I was there, I was a heel. I was Hollywood Hogan. And, you know, for all the haters who were still upset and you know, guys who wanted to tell me what to do. And I'm just looking this whole time like, bro, seriously? Like, it's easy. Only thing you got to do is just apologize. Apologize. Acknowledge it. Be sincere. Not saying that you're gonna win back the masses.
Bro, if he hasn't done it, he's never gonna do it, bro. I'm pretty sure people have actually even extended the branch to kind of like, yo.
Mark Henry did.
Yeah, Mark Henry. I wasn't gonna say names, but like you said, Mark Henry did. But pretty much to this day, it's something, you know, Hogan and
Yo,
what the name of this chick? Fuck, the TNA.
oh, Tessa.
Tessa. You know, Hogan and Tessa, bro, they bug it. You know what I mean? But no, and another thing about Hogan that you know what he says, brother?
Why?
Cause he be forgetting people's names. So that's why he made a mistake and forgot about Benjamin Shelton.
Well, that boat has sunk and is not being deflated. But honestly, until Hulk Hogan could get the grasp of just apologizing for now,
You keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up.
if it ain't,
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
if it ain't, an apology and all that type of stuff that the people generally really wanted, honestly, to use just to actually, own up to it. Now at this point, niggas don't give a damn. Like, we don't give a fuck. Like, at this point, we not even acknowledge your existence. Most niggas. Like, appreciate what you did for the contributions for the business, but as a person, fuck you. Like, at this moment, because this one went on, what, almost a decade since this happened. But that's Hogan, generational liar. Moving on, moving on from generational liar. Um, let's see. Triple A has announced that TNA talent will be featured on Triple Mania, and
Okay.
those
No, not is it Triple Mania damn, Triple Mania Regia. I don't know because they be doing. Remember, WWE will be the like WrestleMania Backlash or
right,
something
right.
like that. So I'm not sure if it's actually Triple Mania.
It's right there.
Um,
It's on the screen.
yeah, but you know what I mean? Triple Mania Regia. WrestleMania Backlash. That's what I mean. I don't know if it's one of those, but that is fucking dope as fuck. You know what I mean? And not only that, you see who they announced for Triple Mania Regia.
Already. Los That Starts. We got them
What's the name
inside.
of this?
We got
Angel Iberto. What kind of name is that? Angel Iberto.
sound like somebody gonna send me some good Dos Equis. uh, also, AEW announced that they're gonna be in Chi-Town, my guy, and they got an extended stay.
Hey,
Okay,
King.
yeah.
Bro, they doing residencies everywhere they go.
Well, it's smart, right? Think about it. From a money to how much money you're actually saving by booking the arena for that many days. There's some type of discount. You know what I'm saying? And also by continuing to run in Chicago, now you're gathering the audience there to eventually, when you do go back, you're able to do the 10,000 seat arenas. I mean, shoot,
But
but
AEW have ran the fuck out of Chicago, money.
yeah, they did. They did.
AEW, like that should have been their headquarters, not Jacksonville. To be honest,
Yeah, they have.
wasn't it the first All In there?
Yeah, first All In was in Chicago.
Shout out, yeah, shout out to Benz and Matt.
And shout out to Jess out there in the Shy.
Get your ass over here.
Let's see. Also, rumors and news wise, I think we almost at the end. Did you see Bianca Belair's finger from the injury?
Oh no, I wasn't even aware that she was injured. Holy fuck!
Yeah, that happened at Mania. Finger looked like whoa, 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 whoa.
What? You see what's on on the chair of the piano? What's the name of? Is this Bender or something?
I don't know what the fuck that is, man.
Yeah, it looked like the from Futurama.
Is that Bender?
He,
That is
Bender, yeah.
that is Bender. Yo, good eyes.
That he trying to say that's what her finger looked like.
Yo, mind blown. I didn't even catch that. I didn't catch that whatsoever. Indy Hartwell picked up the Hog Women's Championship over the weekend. Shout out to Indy.
Yeah, man. On the Good Brothers back in New Japan, man.
Yep, solidified. Back again.
What's up? What's up with that?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Hey, that's money in the bank. Show
Yeah.
you what you can't.
Yo, speaking of Money in the Bank, so Money in the Bank was announced, and Money in the Bank is coming up soon, right? And I'm glad you started off saying that. Okay, they doing qualifying matches for LA. Of course, the day before is going to be Worlds Collide, but bring back Lil Scrappy's Money in the Bank as the theme song. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing. Bring that back. First of all, it's a bop. Second of all, it's a classic. Come on,
Juice.
like you literally put this inside of the video.
Bankhead.
Come on, man, don't do that.
Money in the bank.
Shorty, what you drink? 50 got me. Lil John got me. Big ass squad. Who gon' stop me? Like, come on, man. Bring back Scrappy. And matter of fact, have Lil Scrappy perform. And have him wrestle a match because Scrappy done got in the ring, I think, twice. I don't know if he like any good, but I don't know. I like to see it. He ain't from LA, but shit, I done seen Stranger Things.
Yeah, he ain't John Jock.
I want to say that's it on the rumors and news. Oh, real quick, shout out to TVMA La Prensa is going to be inside of the discussion versus the Island Twins, formerly known as the Tonga Twins. Of course, the homie man. Pretty Boy Smooth is going to be in action as well for the Crockett Cup this weekend. We also have the match with Natty and Kenzie Page for the women's NWA Women's Championship, which will be refereed by none other than Gail Kim. So, you know,
what match is that?
That is the NWA Women's Championship this weekend at the Crockett Cup.
Ooh. Okay.
At the Crockett Cup.
I like that. I like that, bro.
Yeah, man. Yo, that promo she cut though. That promo she cut. Yo, dope. Dope promo. I need more of that on Raw. Give me some of that on Raw and I'm good.
So for real, they already ends. Oh no, okay. So this not for real. Actually, they haven't announced no Saturday night main event matches, right?
No, they have. So they have announced some Saturday night main events. I know what picture you're talking about. And we gonna get to that. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it.
Who's Victoria Crawford?
Come on, man. That's the beautiful Alicia Fox.
Oh, okay. I knew her from the back.
Hey, I'm from the back, man. Wow. But
so I guess we got that Logan, whatever. But yeah, I think that's all rumors and news.
Let's
get to the nitty gritty.
Let's get to the nitty gritty. We'll talk about, of course, what's going down. I want to say, what's going down this weekend as well. We got AEW on Friday. AEW
tomorrow.
AEW 20 years. 20 years in the game. That's skin, as they say. That's skin in the game. You feel me? So shout out to AEW, 20 years in the game. Some of our peeps gonna be on the card. Shout out to Jocelyn. She'll be on the card. P&Me's on the card. Josh Bishop's on the card. Naptown Pro got a show going on as well. So it's lovely, man. It's definitely lovely. All love to see the business doing good, seeing people thriving inside this world. I love the game. I love the hustle. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into what's popping, nitty gritty. Go ahead and get it. So Backlash, man, got a lot of people talking about it. So we're gonna run through this real quick. Fatal 4-Way, I believe, kicked off the card. Fire match, right? Cannot deny that. Yeah. Drew McIntyre took a hell of a bump. He took a bump from Damian Priest, getting the not the Hell Gates, but the South of Heaven, or was it a Power Bomb? I can't remember. But he goes through the table, but his head misses the table, so his head impacted on the ground. He was being checked in the back. Triple H after the match said he was okay, just a couple, just banged up. But from the match, we did get a debut. We got a debut with someone who said they was retired, and now we find out that people just be out here lying. They're lying their ass off. Yeah, but
gotcha.
We had this happen, and then we had this happen. So Jeff Cobb is officially inside WWE, but a part of the bloodline.
But I heard people complaining, saying that they don't like him because he looks sloppy, that
Look,
he looks fat. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, brother?
you know what's crazy? Half the people that are saying that is a good 350 plus.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
no
There was
muscle.
people. There was actually people comparing him to this guy.
What's guy? I mean, but okay, that's a good comparison. Jeff Cobb,
Yeah.
you know, it's a good comparison.
But Jeff Cobb, remember, for those, that know, his New Japan. But my man did some incredible work in Lucha Underground.
Yeah,
Even though it's shot different, bro, dude. Matanza, Cueto. Man, that dude was fire. Mr. Athletic. I believe in 2002 he had a tryout with WWE after his Olympic win, and it didn't pan out. But he's here, and I think it's a great fit for them. You know what I mean? So you stop. Let's talk about Bronson Reed. When he comes back, if he's still gonna align with them, imagine all them motherfuckers.
yo, I'm not gonna hold you. The new bloodline is a bunch of linebackers and defensive line and offensive line. Okay, they left tackles and D tackles. Bro. Like, come on, man. You got Bronson, you got Jeff Cobb, you got Jacob Fatu, and you got Solo. And then your cornerbacks or whatever, and your cornerbacks. That's Tamatonga and Tamaloa. Like they got a whole squad over there, bro, of football players. Like the bloodline is already deep. So I don't know where we're gonna go with this. If Jeff Cobb's gonna be the one to potentially, turn the screws on this Solo and the Solo Sequoia and Jacob Fatu storyline, but I know the breakup is definitely coming soon.
Oh, definitely. You saw his reaction. It was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, he know who he was. Like,
why you call him for?
Exactly. You know what I mean? I'm that nigga. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I mean, like, what you call him for? I got this. I've been handling myself forever. But the match itself was dope. It was a great fatal 4-way. What you thumbs up in it or you thumbs down in this match? We going thumbs up on this one. Okay, let's see what else we had inside of the world of wrestling from Backlash. Pulling up from there, we had, I want to say it was Bird Lady. No. Well, fuck it. We don't have to go in order, but we have Bird Lady, aka going up against the man. So we had Birdman in action, and this match slapped. I'm not gonna hold you. This match definitely slapped. It's one of those matches that she definitely needed to catapult the character. Now we got to see what we're going to do with the character going forward. Some more tweaks to it. Just get a little bit more interesting, right?
I mean, you see the promos.
The promos are getting there now.
I mean,
they're getting there.
She's doing her thing. And, hate her or love her, Becky Lynch, she could go. You know what I mean? And like you say, it's only going to make her better. You know what I mean? She's fresh. You know what I mean? Talent, and she got potential. She's still there, but eventually I think she's gonna lose that belt.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and perhaps chase it. Becky Lynch get that belt or somebody. But yeah, the Bird Lady.
Two wings.
Two wings.
No, the Bird Lady came out on top, retained the title. What you giving this, a thumbs up or thumbs down? We're gonna thumbs up it. Okay. Uh, next match on the card, no particular order. Let's talk about Dominic Mysterio versus Penta.
Domi the Dom Dom. Yeah,
Now,
let's talk about that guy.
this match. This match. Oh my gosh. Oh, dos míos. Oh my gosh. I enjoyed it.
Yo, my bad. I don't know if you heard. I guess there was a report that fucking Penta made like, I mean, he didn't make because you know the cut, but that they sold over $1 million in masks alone at WrestleMania.
Making that guape.
He get that 10-cent check in the mail. No, but that's dope. But you know, see Penta on the real, like that's where he's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like in title matches and matches. Remember, pay-per-views only 5 matches in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
My man, since he came back, I mean, since he came to WWE, been a Mania. You know what I mean? Popped up at the Rumble. It's pretty good to be a fucking Penta. You know what I mean?
No, real talk. Like Penta's been on a tear. Shout out to the people online. Shout out to the people. Shout out to Megan Amber joining us on IG. But Penta is a cash printing machine. Smooth operator, if you will. Shout out to Hang 'em High. The match itself was dope. I enjoyed it. Dom was out there. Dom embodied the spirit of Eddie Guerrero. That whole match.
Yeah, he's here to stay, bro. Like the kid, we see him grow literally, like in front of us. You know what I mean? Since a kid, holding his own. You know what I mean? And remember, he used to, bro. He couldn't even speak. You know what I mean? Now people know you start hearing the cheers. You know what I mean? People cheer for him. So that face turn when it comes, it's gonna be huge. You know what I mean? So he's touching all bases, and to go with somebody in the ring like Penta, you know, Lance Storm did a great job with the kid.
Yo, Lance Storm trained him?
He was one of them.
Oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea on that one.
Now you know.
The match though, the interference, Carlito catching the stray. Carlito don't ever catch a break. Like I'm waiting for Carlito to wake up and remember who he is. Like eventually this got to pay off. Carlito got to be fed up with getting folded every week.
Man, if they do that, you know what I mean? Kind of like him to go away, and pretty much that's the premises of why he ran away. Like, nah, bro, like I ain't no clown, blah blah. That'd be great because that'd be like a little storyline, wouldn't having to be the main, you know what I mean? Main hit story in the show.
Basically, another side mission. No, but the match was good. I did not appreciate El Americo Grande or El Grande Americano, whoever it is underneath that mask. That's not really Chad Gable. If you know, keeping the kayfabe, I didn't appreciate him. I mean, that headbutt was weak as hell, and then Penta goes down 1, 2, 3. Right, Finn Balor doesn't even really get the chance to help him or whatever. But Dom still comes out on top. The only person to pin Penta twice, Dominic Mysterio.
I think that's like kind of like an ego check, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Let's see how he conducts himself. You know what I mean? But that's Raza Holmes. You know what I mean? So, Penta's one of his wrestlers that losing doesn't hurt him.
No, it doesn't. I mean, because his aura alone's gonna carry him, right? And I don't think we're losing any of his aura anytime soon, my guy. Like it's
Remember, we saw him. We saw him when he was. I think he won the TNA title, or he had it, or he was the champion. Damn, I forgot. In New Orleans,
yeah, in New Orleans, and that's when we first seen Jeff Cobb when he was what's the name in Lucha Underground.
San Cueto.
Yeah, that's when we first seen Jeff Cobb, and that's when Alberto Del Rio no showed it. I remember that. Nah, I don't think he was the champion. I think it was Austin Aries at the time.
But that's what I'm saying. But Austin Aries, but I think Pentagon won.
Mm-hmm. The Penta.
Anyway, but my mind's so fucked up. I don't remember. If anybody remember, put it on the fucking chat. You know what I mean? but the thing, Pentagon was a champion in TNA. But that's the thing. Do he need a belt? Not necessarily, but you know what I mean. Like transitional, maybe. You know what I mean? But yeah, Penta's over, bro. People know who he fuck he is.
It's Pentagon, bitch. No. What? We thumbs up? Thumbs down.
Fuck yeah, all day, baby.
Okay.
I think two margaritas for that shit.
2 of them. Next match on the card, Pat McAfee going up against Gunther. I'm not gonna hold you. It was a match. It wasn't like must-see TV. It was okay for what it was. But man, did Pat McAfee get his ass whooped.
That shit wasn't what it was. How the fuck? This match should have been like he got a kick in or whatever, and Gunther just go fucking balls deep paws on
Balls,
this.
my guy.
You know what I mean? Like there was no way, bro. It was like 48-52 on offense type of shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was. I don't know. I didn't like that, bro. It's fucking Gunther, bro. Fucking Walter. That motherfucker should have ate him alive. I don't give a fuck if it was a punter. He got a show on fucking whatever, bro. That match should have had last that long, and he should have had just murdered him.
Yo, how'd you feel about Michael Cole getting involved inside the match?
What the fuck?
I mean, you got Michael Cole, but you have Wade Barrett there too on commentary. Like that's the only real trained wrestler that's sitting out there. Wade Barrett's like, nah, y'all got it. Do you want some of this too, old man? Nope. so Wade Barrett just sat down or whatever. But Michael Cole should have had on the damn singlet underneath his fucking suit if you're gonna be grabbing ankles, because I thought when he counted the 3 count that he was gonna get the win that way. But the biggest takeaway from this? No Goldberg. No Goldberg.
Well, I believe isn't it Saturday night main event in Atlanta?
Tampa.
I mean, one of them though.
Yeah, coming up.
Because there's one now in May, right?
Right, next week.
And then you got one in June.
I think the one in June is Atlanta.
So perhaps, you'll have a few weeks, storyline. Maybe that's the time that fucking Goldberg will come out. Because remember, he's in his hometown. So they ain't going to boo him. So it's going to be like, wow, Goldberg. You know what I mean? The ovation. You know what I mean? It's that. Do you want to see Goldberg fight Walter?
For nostalgia reasons, yes. Only nostalgia purposes. Nothing outside of that. Like,
man, fuck that shit, bro. He fucked the fucking. Kevin Owens should have been going to the fucking WrestleMania with that belt to face Jericho. You know what I mean? And he lost against fucking Goldberg in how many fucking seconds? Man, he should stay his ass off, because I don't like him and Bret Hart don't like him either.
If they're gonna do it, Bret Hart need to be on commentary. Bret Hart need to be on commentary, trash
Bro,
this
that'd
nigga
be
the whole match. Look at him, he's sloppy. He can't put the hold on right. Like he gotta be Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary when it come to Goldberg. Like straight trashing this nigga. Look at him, he's washed. Look at that kick. That didn't look safe. Like I can see Bret roasting this nigga the whole commentary. Or Bret Hart get involved. I don't know. That would be dope. Just a quick run in. Just cause. Just on principle. He gotta do something. No, but the match itself, we thumbs up in it, halfway in the street, thumbs down. What we doing? What we doing here? You going thumbs down? I'm gonna go here with it. Just because of what it was. You know what I'm saying? Not the highlight of the night, but it was a nice filler for the main event. The main event, that being John Cena, going up against Randy Orton for possibly the last time ever. So this match was cinema. It was a work of art. Not gonna hold you. It gave me the feeling of being in the Ruthless Aggression era with the false finishes, the finisher at the finisher, the AA into the RKO, the referees going down. It was chaos everywhere. But you know what really pissed me off? You know what really pissed me off in that match, bro? You had two referees go down. Then you had Nick Aldis and Sugar Shane Helms come down, Daivari, Jamie Noble, and some random came down there. Nick Aldis, everyone getting RKOs. Why did Nick Aldis just pull a Paul Heyman and do the count? Remember ECW One Night Stand when the referee went down, right? Referee goes down and Paul Heyman runs out. He counts to 1, 2, 3 for RVD to become the ECW champion. Nick Aldis could have did that, and it was plenty more refs in the back. But the match ended in chaos. Everyone called a RKO.
Oh, but now that you say that, what about if Randy uses that to get a match with Nick Aldis?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because that was actually inside the rumors and news. I didn't touch it only because I knew we were going to talk about Backlash. But the rumor is supposedly at SummerSlam, it may be leading up to Nick Aldis coming out of retirement, going up against Randy Orton.
I mean, I wouldn't say retirement because he's not retired. He's just not wrestling.
This man ain't laced the boots in how long?
I don't know. I haven't kept track, but yeah. But anywho,
That man retired.
I would love to see that match. You know what I mean?
I'm with it. I would love to see it. You know, get Magnus out there. You know, from TNA against Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? Get the former longest reigning NWA champion of modern day going up against Randy Orton. That's what the people want to see. And I'm not mad at it because I know he still got some more in the tank. Got the chance to see Nick Aldis wrestle live when I drove down to Nashville for NWA 70. That's when he faced off with Cody for the NWA championship after Cody won it at All In. But I wouldn't mind seeing Nick Aldis versus Randy Orton. Honestly, we've been building up to it for this long. I mean, come on, he been RKO and Nick Aldis damn near the whole year, paying fines in advance. Like, hey, this for the next time I catch you slipping, nigga. Like, go ahead and take this money now because I know you're gonna piss me off and I'm gonna do it again. And at some point, as a boss, as a general manager, you got to stand up to your employees. Like, imagine you doing this at your place of work. Like, imagine you working at McDonald's. Not saying anyone on the show works at McDonald's, but imagine if you are working at McDonald's and you the fry cook and you just over here, you know, you just over here basically trying to boss everything. No, the boss gonna have to stand up too for everybody else get the idea that this is cool. That's what's popping in the streets. That's not what's happening. Okay. Appreciate you, JJ. Tell the people at Hill Pops and Cherry Shots, the homie said what's up. Salute. Yo, shout out to Greg joining the chat, coming in. What's going on? So, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, he gonna have to do something. You got to say I ain't no hope, because we seen what happened with Teddy Long when Teddy Long just allowed the Undertaker just do whatever he wanted to do. The Undertaker felt like he could just bitch Teddy at any moment. He wasn't the only person that went through Teddy Long like that. But no, Nick Aldis gonna have to take a stand. You can't keep getting punked out by your employees. Employees putting their hands on you. Nobody respects you.
Nah, he's gonna be, you know what I mean, like if he does wrestle, and those that are not just in that WWE bubble, and see that man just, you know what I mean, get in that ring, thing, gonna be, oh shit, you know what I mean, he stays in great shape. So
yeah, that'll be good, man. Plus to see Mickey James' husband get on WWE TV, but I already know what Randy Orton's first promo gonna be when the match even get talked up about.
Because little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so
like, you the GM, but you ain't my big homie. Like, it's like, but nah, I can't wait. This is gonna be pretty good if it does happen. Now, main event, obviously Cena does win. R-Truth makes an appearance, catches the RKO. The aftermath, press conference. R-Truth comes out in
that was weak.
Mid press conference. Hey, I just want you to let you know that I'm still rooting behind you, even though people say you suck, you can't wrestle. Catches AA through the table, and now the discussion online is, should R-Truth have a match with John Cena?
I mean, personally, I wouldn't mind seeing it, because even though it's on the somewhat of the comedic side, but you will feel sympathy for R-Truth, you know what I mean? So I think it will work, you know what I mean? Cena will get booed, like what they need to do,
I don't know, man. Like, I think at this stage in R-Truth's career, get a man a short run. Ain't gotta be long. Like, come on, we gave Mick Foley a run. And it's not bashing Mick Foley. I love Mick Foley. It's not a comparison. I'm just more so talking about the theatrics of the character, right? But by that time, Mick Foley was, more of a comedy act. When he won the championship, right, he was leaning more towards comedy. Jinder Mahal has a WWE championship run, okay? And once again, this is not comparing people who shouldn't have runs. I'm just naming names, right? There's a lot of people that we could say that's had a run that it's like, why, right? And it's not to say that about any of them. It's just to say that R-Truth does deserve a run at some point. I mean, 10 plus years, putting people over, making titles relevant. I mean, come on, that's the 24/7, 7-Eleven European, I-95 South and West television champion. Like, he had 48 reigns with that? He got that over. Anything you get this man, he gets over. He had the capital punishment match. He even got a little Jimmy over. I think at some point we got to do a payoff. Even if we do a payoff where it's like, I don't remember, was it Chris Jericho 1999 or the year 2000 when he faced Triple H on that Monday Night Raw, and Earl Hebner ended up counting 1, 2, 3 and awarding the championship to Chris Jericho, and they turned it over.
Yeah, I remember that. I was excited, but
I was excited.
Know what I mean? Pause. That was some bullshit.
Yeah, but even if they do some shit like that, and even if it's just for a day, Like, even if you give him a cane run and you reverse it, I'm cool with that. That way we still keep number 17 intact. But he deserves not a consolation prize. He's held every title but the World Championship, if I'm not mistaken. R-Truth has been U.S. champion. I want to say R-Truth has been IC champion. Somebody Google that real quick.
I know, money, but unfortunately, there've been greats that never had to, got the strap off. Teddy DiBiase, Razor Ramon, Robinson Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, Roddy Piper.
I think
he's gonna be part of that list, man.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It could be, could not be, but I think with Ted DiBiase, that was injury.
I mean, my man, what you talking about? Fucking R2 just came back. He almost got his leg amputated.
Okay, I'll give you that. And I take that back. R-Truth did not win the IC title. But come on, man. I'm pushing for it. R-Truth for WWE champion. Get the hashtag going. Give him a chance. You know, understand me? But moving on from that match, what are you giving the match? Randy Orton and Cena. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Where we going with it? Borderline in the middle?
Yeah.
I'm going to go thumbs up. Only because it took me back to that nostalgia. Let's go ahead and move on from there. Of course, we had the back flow from Backlash spilling off into Raw. We had some pretty dope moments on Raw. One of those being, I want to say, the match of the night. No, we had Rhea Ripley going up against Roxanne Perez. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed it all the way down to the disqualification.
Yeah, I actually didn't catch that match, so put me on.
So I'll put you on to it, man. The ladies, once again, I'm going to keep preaching this. The ladies are single-handedly saving Monday Night Raw. They are. They're saving WWE as a whole. But let's talk about it. It was a tag team main event. I'll take that back. It was Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus Julia and Roxanne Perez. That match slapped. We did get to see a little bit of Julia kind of getting into her own on Raw. Getting used to the crowd or whatever. Match for match, like bar for bar, the pairing of these ladies inside the match was great. I enjoyed it. But it looks like they already broke them up because there was like a backstage segment where Julia was like, friends, team, what team? And just walked off. So we don't know what's going on with that, but we do know that Rhea Ripley is eyeing the Women's World Championship. Oh, shout out to Sloan. Hey, I don't know.
It's a fool.
I don't know if y'all seen Sloan's video he put up earlier today, but if you are following us on IG, I posted it in the stories. That shit was wicked. He said, Sloan said, I don't know about y'all, but when a stud tell me I got that shit on, I believe it. It's slow with it on. He said that. Yeah, I appreciate you, Miss Mel. I mean, Miss Nigga for that. Like, I appreciate you, Miss Nigga, for telling me that I got that shit on. But when you think about it, if a stud say you got that shit on, you got that shit on, nigga. You need to think about that. Shout out to Sloan. Shout out to Sushi Boys. Shout out to the whole crew. But that match slapped. I enjoyed it. Dominic didn't know his time zones. He was trying to talk to Liv. She said good morning. It was nighttime. Let's talk about CM Punk's promo at the beginning of Raw. digging in, pause,
Oh,
on
cool.
everybody. Everyone was catching it. Even Paul Heyman caught it. So what killed me during that promo was CM Punk. CM Punk was talking. Paul Heyman started to come out, and CM Punk was basically called Paul Heyman the Penguin, right? And now I can't unsee it, right? So then I started thinking about the character from the Gotham series of Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot, and it is literally damn near inseparable now, because now that's the comparison I have for Paul Heyman going forward. If you ever watch Gotham, you see how Penguin played up underneath people, like Fish Mooney, Don Falcone, like everyone. He played up underneath everybody. That's the same thing Paul Heyman's been doing his whole entire career. He's been playing up underneath everybody just to have that spot to feel like he, the top guy. So then I asked AI to generate Paul Heyman as the Penguin, and now I really can't unsee this shit. I don't know if you've seen this. Look at this. So Paul Heyman is the next Penguin. Yo, shout out to my cuz over here. What's up, Bernard? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you, fam. That promo was a good exchange. Sammy ends up coming out. Jey Uso ends up coming out and basically standing his ground, talking about he belonged. Gunther came out talking about, the title, and he don't belong in the scene. And Jey Uso basically put his foot on the ground like, what you talking about? I got the championship. This right here tells you where I belong at. Basically just summing it up. Jey Uso was eating with the kids in the crowd, picked up a random baby. I thought that was pretty cool. Keep the title on this guy. brother. Moving on from there, I think Monday Night Raw itself, though, to follow up from Backlash, was a lot better than Backlash overall as a whole. Of course, they honored Sabu, which I definitely appreciated. Then we had American Made going up against the War Raiders, which was a good match until, the New Day got involved. Becky Lynch came out and dropped a promo. And I want to say that was pretty much it for Monday Night Raw. Oh, that's what it was. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker accidentally, unintentionally, came out dressed like Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan from Rush Hour 2. Don't know how they did it, but they did it. And that was the dopest moment from Monday. Just seeing these boys all dripped up. You remember Rush Hour 2, right?
Yeah.
It's like nothing but silk touches this body. Now, what size is the waist? What size is the waist? Moving on from there, Raw itself, though, I enjoyed it. Did I enjoy it as much as Backlash? Slightly. I don't know if we're going to get a third man situation in this, because as you see the fight at the end of Raw, you had 3 in the ring and you had 2 outside the ring. So those
it made no sense.
So who is going to be this third person?
I mean, the obvious, that you will say is the person that's aligning with CM Punk. That happened to be
Sami Zayn. But you think it's going to be Sami? You think Sami going to turn coat?
Well, that's the thing. He had already a good, 2 years, 3 years, good run of being a face.
Right.
So I think it's about that time that maybe he could turn back and be like a little bit more serious. You know what I mean? He is Seth Rollins' friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could see it but not see it. You know what I mean? Like, if that's gonna happen. So
he also had that look in his eye too when Jey Uso
you see
was
that
holding up the
lust in his
championship.
eyes for that belt, brother.
It was lusting.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. Time will tell. You know what I mean? But as of now, my runner up right now, of course, you know what I mean, as perhaps many, is Sami Zayn. But if it's somebody else, you know what I mean, that'd be crazy.
So if they're going the evolution route, right? Two young guns, then obviously Braun Breaker is one of them. Who's another young person on the roster who could fit that
You
mold?
know, somebody else. I saw online people brought up Austin Theory name. You know, but bro, my man just that light just turned off. You know what I mean? And it's not his fault. You know, because he's money. Um, we haven't seen him in a while on the solos, right? He's been wrestling in tag teams,
Mm-hmm.
but another young guy. Ooh, that'd be crazy. How about they break Trick Williams up?
Yo, I wouldn't mind seeing Trick Williams, anyone new into that fold, someone that we wouldn't expect. That's what I'm more so looking at now. If it's expected, yeah, then of course it's Sami Zayn. But I want someone random. So I'll ask y'all in the chat, drop y'all comments, and next week we'll go ahead and read them. But we did get a match announced from this chaos that did happen on Monday Night Raw. So it was announced for Saturday night's main event that we are going to have a tag team match. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker going up against CM Punk, Sami Zayn. Who wins that match?
This match, no, it have to be Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins got to win with Braun.
Mm-hmm. You know who else was announced for Saturday night's main event? Tatanka. I'm not gonna hold you. As a kid, he was definitely one of my favorites.
Nah, he was one of them. You know what I mean? That you remember.
As a kid, as a grown man, I
To
know
this day, I'm still pissed that they fucked up that winning streak. They could have had some. You know, he could have lost against Yokozuna. You know what I mean? Or I care, but they have him lose to fucking Lou Big Borga. That was fucked up booking back in the '90s.
and that shit gotta stop. All that shit gotta stop. they had him lose. They had him lose when his streak to that. Like that shit gotta stop. Also announced for Saturday night's main event, official like a whistle. Jey Uso, Logan Paul, championship on the line.
In Tampa.
Question. We bought him up earlier. When we were talking rumors and news. Do you think he shows up in Tampa? The generational liar, Hogan.
No, I was gonna say I don't think that he's booked, brother. He got a lot of things going on. I don't think WWE want to touch that man with a 20-inch pole right now. They want him to, stay away as far as. Me personally, I could be wrong because I watch it through streaming most of the time, but I haven't seen no fucking commercial from that beer on WWE program.
I have. I played it like once. That was.
That's what I'm saying. Not many. Like you would think it would.
Someone posted their high school pictures for the tag team match. Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker can go for brothers. At the top, that's Braun Breaker. On the left, at the bottom right, that is Sami Zayn. I'm not gonna hold you. Braun Breaker kind of like Corey Matthews from Boy Meets World.
No, and he looked like the human version of Doug.
Oh shit, Quail Man. Oh shit. Somebody look like Quail Man. Um, let's see. Moving on from there. Um, there's some more matches that are going to be announced for Saturday Night's main event. We just got to see which way they go. I believe a women's match is going to be announced soon, if they haven't already. But I would like to see one go down. Moving on from there, NXT. NXT, TNA, NXT.
Oh,
What is going
what
on?
about that guy, man? That
Who?
guy,
Miles Osborne?
Miles Bourne, bro. I don't know, bro. This dude, as soon as you saw, bro, I have a friend of mine that he just recently started watching wrestling again,
Mm-hmm.
and like he's into it. You know what I mean? And next to you know, bro, like he told me it's. I didn't watch NXT live. He sent me a message. You know what I mean? Telling me with a picture of the dude saying that he was related to Randy Orton.
That's Baby Randy.
You know what I mean? I'm
Baby
like, what
Randy,
do you
man.
mean? Like, and then when I went back, it was like everything, like the moves, the mannerisms. I'm like, oh shit! But like he was doing it justice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm trying to think, damn, dude, he got like a stepson and shit or something like that. What the fuck?
I don't know.
But this kid came out of nowhere.
I don't think we were really checking for him or listening for
Nah,
him.
he was
Um,
there.
but he's been there, and to see the push he getting in the promo that he cut Tuesday, I don't want you to judge me because of my disability. I want you to judge me on my ability. Like that. That was a.
Well,
That was
the speaking impediment, right? Is
no.
that
He deaf,
oh shit!
bro. You just not figuring that out. He can't hear.
No, crazy.
Yeah, he's the first. Well, I ain't gonna say one of the first deaf wrestlers that
What?
they. Yeah, but they
What?
the story that he got is good. Like his Twitter game has been crazy. Like someone was playing with him and asked him if he heard voices in his head, right? So he replied back, I don't really hear voices in my head. I don't hear anything, right? So, but no, the promo he cut reminded me on some MLK shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be judged by the color of my skin, but by the content of my character. Like, so he said, don't judge me by my disability, judge me by my ability. Do I think he beats Obafemi? No. Would it be a shocker if he does? Absolutely. You know, Battleground is shaping up to be a good one. There's a few matches that are being announced or that probably have been announced already. We got Tony D'Angelo going up against the Traitor.
You fucking.
Trade the family going up against Stacks. We got that going on. I want to say another match that was announced was for the NXT Women's Championship. Stephanie Van Care going up against Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. And see how this goes into correlation. Miles Osborne is dating Stephanie Van Care. So someone put online like this is a perfect relationship. He can't hear and she can't speak English. That was kind of fucked up what they put online, but she can't speak English. Don't do that. That was real fucked up. It's like, I mean, he read lists, but no, Miles Osborne is definitely a testament. Like in wrestling, you got to be able to hear spots and see, like you doing this with no hearing, like that's dope.
Yeah, I could see him moving up. You know, Miles Bourne. Um, and the way you see the scheme of things, right? NXT was pretty much their minor leagues. Now, pretty much, NXT is a third brand. You know what I mean? And now, what NXT used to be, that's
Evolve.
Evolve. and LFG. You know what I mean? So they perhaps has so much talent that they're cooking. You know what I mean? And I'm I'm, I'm a Miles Bourne fan for real. Like, do caught my attention.
Yeah, I'm behind Miles Bourne. I don't know why I keep saying Osborne, but Miles Bourne, I'm definitely behind him. Paul's, I honestly that's something that I wouldn't mind seeing just for shock value. But do I see it actually happening? Nah. I mean, I think Obo gonna rule over NXT for quite some time. I don't think they're ready for him to come up yet. But it's going down next Sunday. And you know what's crazy? You know what else is going down next Sunday as well? You know what else is going down next Sunday? Think about it.
Uh, we got double or nothing.
Ding, 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 nigga. That's right. Double or nothing. Going down the same time, 8 p.m. It's back. Real beef is back. Real beef is back. We got beef, nigga. That's right. I'm gonna come on the same time you coming on. I'm gonna make people choose what they want to watch. Well, and that card is looking good as well. Um, I don't want to spend too much time on NXT because we're gonna do predictions next week for AEW. I'm sorry, not AEW, but well, we're gonna be the predictions for AEW as well. But we'll be doing predictions for Battleground as well. So I don't want to spend too much time on it. But AEW, let's talk about it. They went ahead, they paid tribute to Steve Mungo McMichael, and they also paid tribute to Sabu. Um, Taz gave an awesome speech talking about the character of Sabu. So, when you just think about what Sabu's done, spanning from NWA all the way to what we have currently, NWA, ECW, WCW. He was in there with the original Sheik,
He was
WWE.
he wrestled in PR and all over Japan.
Yeah, he's been everywhere, man. And his his touch, like we said earlier, just his wingspan, if you will, across the business. He's wrestled in AEW, if I'm not mistaken. I think he did. Did he? I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Or was that TNA? I think it was TNA.
Yeah,
Uh,
he did TNA in the early 2000s.
yeah, that was TNA where he went up against Abyss.
Yeah, he did. I forgot what type of match it was, but yeah, Sabu and Abyss.
You know. But this is Sabu's career period. Like I said, it's touched everywhere from ECW, NWA, all across Japan and New Japan, Big Japan, and All Pro Wrestling. Had phenomenal moments when he came back, especially that match that he had with Rey Mysterio at One Night Stand. Like, that was the one for me. That table spot. And I want to say he was in TNA from 2002 to 2006, and then he came back. I think it was like for Hardcore Justice when ECW did their angle over there. JCW, GCW, and he did a few. I mean, he did a few more appearances here and there. No, he never watched wrestle for AEW. But speaking of AEW, let's get back to it. We finally got the answer that everyone's been waiting on.
Beach break.
We got the answer. And the answer that we got was, is it a thumbs up or is it a thumbs down? What is it? Is he
What
with,
is it?
is he with us? Is he against us? Is he in the crew? Is he not the crew? We got the thumbs
What
up.
is it?
We got the thumbs up. So
You see Shelton in the back? Benjamin Shelton in the back?
Benjamin Shelton.
Peeping.
Now, yo, I think he's more happy that he's gonna get an endless supply of white girls every week from MJF. Because if you remember, when MJF came up the first time and offered him those women, my man was in the chokehold. So I think Shelton Benjamin is gonna be sleeping good many nights to come. Many nights to come. Um, no, but let's talk about AEW real quick. So we got the answer that we all been waiting on. Is he going to be part of the Hurt Syndicate? And it's official. He's a part of the Hurt Syndicate.
Oh, but
But
what happening next week?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm saying like they announced they're gonna have the celebration. You know what I mean, or whatever the fuck it's called.
The
To
correlation.
me, they're just gonna make an example out of him.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think MJF is bowdy.
You don't think he body rowdy?
Nah, son. To me, it's something. It have to be something like that, man.
You don't think he body rowdy? He ain't down for the crew. He ain't going hooty hoo. He ain't
Nah,
down.
nah, I don't see it.
I can see it, bro. Like he can be that Owen Hart. Remember when Owen Hart was inside the nation?
Yeah,
You know, he could be their Owen Hart. He could be their Christian. Remember when what was it? I think it was Survivor Series. It was R Truth, MVP, Kofi Kingston. I think it was those three and Mark Henry. And Christian was in the back. He was busting the freestyle and shit. he was like, three of us are black, one of us is white. Like, I wouldn't mind it, bro. Like, put him in the game, coach. He invited to the barbecue, I guess. He done got himself in. He done gave Bobby Lashley a car. He provided all the stuff they need. Why not, man? So let's talk about it. We got the core race next week. Contract signing into the Hurt Syndicate. We got that going on, man. It's big business. DEI hire. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. Well, what's going on, Devin? Tribal Chief in the building. Let's see. But I think AEW did a good job. One match that I had a good laugh at was Ricochet versus Zach Cowan.
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I said. Was this 2008, 2009? But Zach Gowen got a booking, bro. Like, I ain't mad. Get your money, get paid. Young nigga get paid. But I don't think anyone was saying, yo, I can't wait for that next Zach Gowen match. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's what the people were clamoring for TV, but we got it, and it was pretty entertaining. I would have loved for Ricochet to beat him with his own leg a little bit longer. That would have been cool. But I digress.
Did nobody say anything about the fact that another amputee leg was being used? And you know what I mean? Like WWE just did it not that long ago.
Well, see, I didn't even want to even think about that, but that's crazy because I totally got neuralizer. I got flashy thing because I definitely forgot all about Montez Ford catching the amputee leg.
Yeah. Next thing you know, okay, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna get an A that could actually wrestle.
It's like, all right, y'all like people that got amputees? Watch this. Hold my beer. Like LeBron.
Oh my leg.
Hold my leg. Like LeBron said. Here come two more for y'all. But bro, you just mind blowing me with that one. I totally forgot that happened. Yo, Tony Khan is slick, bro. I didn't even notice that. I totally forgot about it. But the match itself was okay. Moving on from there, we had this go down. Ospreay and Walker Texas Ranger. Ospreay and Walker Texas Ranger, aka Hangman Adam Page, going up against Takesha, and of course the walking weapon, Josh Alexander. This match slapped, bro. Real Graps is back. Um, the Don Callis family is big as hell. I want to say they at least 40 deep. They Wu Tang playing over their numbers, but you can put Will Ospreay teaming up with anybody, and it's going to be a dope match, right? You can put Will Ospreay against a broom, or Will Ospreay in a tag team match with a broom versus a mop and a push broom, and the match will still be good. But AEW Dynamite itself, that match, I want to say that they possibly up until this point probably had the best show on TV as far as wrestling this week. Of course, SmackDown hasn't came on yet, so we don't know what SmackDown is holding. But so far, so at this point, I'm gonna go AEW. Definitely got the best matches this week so far. But Ospreay and Hangman do go over Takesha and Alexander inside the tag team match. After that, like I said, Hurt Syndicate versus Top Flight. Hurt Syndicate goes over. That's when we get our answer for Maxwell Jacob Freeman. After that, we had the four-way eliminator match. Now, I'm not a big fan of them. Some people are, some people, aren't. I'm more so, let everyone else fight it out. Let the champ watch from ringside, right? Champ shouldn't be even involved in anything until it's time to go put that purse up. But we end up getting the eliminator match, and from the eliminator match, which it was not that bad of a match, is actually probably one of the best women's matches on the card, if you had to ask me. But we end up getting the winner from that match, and I want to say it was Mina going up against Tony Storm. So that's the match that they have planned for Double or Nothing. Mina going up against Tony Storm. The fans complained.
She just came back, right?
Yeah, and she's officially all elite now.
Yeah.
So she done signed the contract. She official. She no longer a mystery. So I think it's wild. Mariah May possibly on her way out, and we got Mina coming in. So that's the match that they have for Double or Nothing next week, next Sunday. Mina going up against Tony Storm. Obviously, I don't see Tony Storm dropping this title. It ain't happening. It's a good match to put on the card, though. Another match that was talked about on the card heavily was the Spring Break AEW Beach Break World Heavyweight Championship match in the steel cage, bro.
Remember last year it was here?
Yeah. Or was it a year before last?
Oh wow.
No, yeah. It was a year before last. I remember that. But Beach Break, bro. This steel cage match. One thing AEW gonna do, they gonna give you blood in that steel cage. And I enjoyed the grabs. I mean, for a moment there, I actually thought Samoa Joe was gonna win it. Like you had the ops, coming down ringside, Hobbs trying to save everything that was going on. Then Kenny Omega shows up. Then out of nowhere, Gabe Kidd shows up, hands the briefcase to Moxley. Moxley then gets the win over Samoa Joe. I did mention Kenny Omega coming out. He comes out shortly thereafter. Swerve comes out. The Young Bucks come out. Then Swerve comes out. So now the Young Bucks have aligned themselves with the Death Riders.
And wait, there's more, bro. There's like 13 fucking
It was a lot of people.
that came up. Yeah, man. What's up with that Gabe kid, bro? Huh?
Gabe is a menace over there in New Japan.
Japan?
Yeah, he's a menace out there. So being that he's a menace out there, they're gonna make him a menace over here. So we did get an announcement that I think they're gonna do Anarchy in the Arena with everyone that was mentioned who was backstage. I mean, not backstage, but ringside after that match.
Oh, word.
I mean, that's the only thing that it could lead up to, right? When you think about it, you're getting Swerve involved, you're getting Omega involved, who should be unifying the title between him and Okada, but that's another story. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, he should be unifying the title with Okada. But AEW best show so far on TV. They got a ratings win if you care about that type of shit. But Beach Break is coming up for sure. I mean, sorry, not Beach Break. God damn it, these words are falling in the same pocket. Uh, Double or Nothing is coming up next weekend. So Double or Nothing should shape out to be good. We'll figure out who's going to challenge for the tag team championships on Collision this Saturday. So it's either going to be CRU or it's going to be Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. So we'll see about that. But let's move on. We got AEW Under Siege coming, and it's coming fast. AEW Under Siege is this weekend. I'm sorry, Friday, the same day as SmackDown. So some of the matches that were announced: Eddie Edwards versus Corey Deaner.
I'm about to say, like, AEW Under Siege. What are you
I'm sorry,
talking about?
TNA Under Siege, bro. My words are all jumbled. TNA Under Siege. You know what I'm going to say. Once again, another pay-per-view named after a Steven Seagal movie. So Corey Deaner, Eddie Edwards, TNA Under Siege. Just had to make sure I got it right this time. So yes, I'm gonna say it again.
DNA.
Under Siege. So quick pick, real quick. Who you got? I don't need a reason why. Just know who you got.
Yeah, I just saw Cody Deaner just popped up the other day. I could care three fucks about this match. And Eddie Edwards is look at his fucking nose. Not his playing. I don't know, man. This I could care less for this match. So I don't know if not giving a fuck is an option.
Nah, gotta choose one. Quick pick.
Hope both lose. No, I'm gonna go with Cody Deaner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cody Deaner too, man. It's time for the Deaner to get some wins underneath that belt, man. Going up against the system. Okay, Masha Slamovich going up against Victoria Crawford, aka the beautiful Alicia Fox.
Victoria Crawford.
So you think Victoria Crawford's going to win the TNA Knockouts Championship?
The TNA is doing just fine. I don't think.
Remember, she's also the authority figure too, as well with Carlito. Not Carlito Santino.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Did Marsha lose the belt? I don't know. I don't see it happen.
Nah, I'm going Masha Slamovich. I don't see her losing the belt whatsoever. Quick picks, real quick. Trick Willie, aka Trick Williams, and Frankie Kazarian going up against Joe Hendry and Elijah. If I'm going quick picks, I am going to go with. I'm gonna go with TNA on this side. I think that we got to make sure this relationship work two ways. You can't just have y'all coming over here getting wins and all that. But I think that we get Joe Hendry and Elijah winning this match, unless for some miraculous reason someone from NXT shows up. I think it's Joe Hendry and Elijah. What you got?
Well, are you trying to say that Trick Williams is gonna beat him in the battleground?
I would not be opposed to it. If you want some shock value, like that's what I'm saying. Like, you just can't get back-to-back dubs. Like, you have to catch an L somewhere.
So I think that would kind of tell you. You know what I mean? It's kind of whoever wins out of the tag teams. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think Kazarian's gonna and Trick are gonna win at Under Siege.
Oh, okay. Opposed. Then we had this match pop up. The Nemesis going up against Matt Hardy and Leon Slater. You know the reason for this, right?
Why he's tag teaming with Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, he was raised. That's his illegitimate son.
Not only that, Jeff Hardy can't travel to Canada.
Hey.
You know.
Oh yeah, they're in Ontario.
Yeah, and because of criminal background and all that.
Yeah, well, we ain't gonna focus on that negativity, man.
Open up the barriers, man. Let the dog Jeff on, man.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Oh, the Nemeth gonna retain.
Yeah, I'm going with Ryan and Nick so far. So I think that's all we have so far for the card that I briefly looked at. Of course, I'll be paying attention more to the show. I will say another thing that we can mention is for AEW Double or Nothing, it's going to be Will Ospreay and Hangman inside of the Owen as well. I think this is for the finals. And we got Mercedes Moné and Jamie Hayter for the finals as well. So we'll do our predictions for those matches next week. I want to say that's pretty much it for today's show. I did catch Dark Side of the Ring on the original Sheik. Sheik was out there.
Nope. That came up? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it came out yesterday.
Well, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out, man. Sheik was out there spending money like Ric Flair. But I want to say that's it. Real quick, honorable mentions. Like I did say earlier in the show, AEW is having their 20th anniversary show this Friday, tomorrow, to be exact. That's going down. So make sure if you are inside the Cleveland area, come support it. You'll see people from WWE, ID, Evolve. We got Sam Hathaway. Big Sam's going to be out there.
Corey J, formerly known as Corey J, is going to be there.
Yeah. Corey, is she going to be here? Or is that at the next one?
No, it's tomorrow.
Are you sure that's Corey J for tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
I could be.
They said it on the podcast.
You're right. No, Corey Jade is going to be at Absolution, bro.
I don't know, B.
Nah, I'm looking at the flyer right now. Making an AIW featuring Corey Jade. I want to say making an AIW debut. Gigi Dolan's going to be at Cash Rules Everything Around Me in Akron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, you know what messed me up? Because I saw it's at the same location.
Yeah.
The Glove Iron. That's going to be the new ECW arena for Cleveland.
I think it's going to be my first time in this setting. But Gringo Loco's going to be there. We also got Josh Prohibition, who I could have sworn wrestled his last match not too long ago. But that's a different story.
Yeah, he was part of the first,
AIW
show. So he's going to be part of it as a referee. That's pretty dope.
We also got Allison Kay. She's going to be there. Matt
Justice.
Matt Justice, Matt Cross, Lewis London,
Jocelyn,
Jocelyn Navarro is going to be on the card.
one called Manders,
One called Mander's going to be on the card.
Kaplan with the beef.
You already know he's going to have to beat Jerky. Wes Barkley going up against Matt Cardona for the AEW Intense Championship.
You got Trey Lamar.
Big homie. Little homie, I should say. Little homie Trey Lamar. He's going to be there. Damn. It's going to be a pretty dope card. So if you are there this Friday, make sure you out there. It's going to be pretty good. PME's on the card. They're going up against Two Affinity and Beyond.
Yes, sir. London is there. You know, the faces, you know what I mean, might have some surprises, you know what I mean? But it's definitely going to be a gold.
Yo, Devin said Bobby Lashley better beat MJF's ass next week. Yo, that's what's up, yo. Shout out to my brother CJ inside the chat too, man. Let me see. I think that's pretty much it for everything that we had planned today. Make sure you do a few things for us as we go ahead and switch the vibes. Let's go ahead and slow it down real quick. Where we going? Where you at? Let's slow down the vibes, man. Shout out to Outcast though. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, man. But look, thank y'all for tuning in and listening, all that good stuff, man. Listen, too much negativity can have you unbalanced mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Spread more positive vibes. It takes very little to build someone up than it does to tear them down. Think about the logic inside that message. It could be as very easy as doing a good gesture for someone, opening up the door, even going out your way just to make sure someone is, doing well. Feed someone random some lunch. You got some extra bag of chips and bottled water. You see a homeless guy on the corner, give him that. Now, if he throw it back at you, then we know it's a hustle. But if you're really hungry, he gonna take that. But whatever it is, man, spread more positive vibes. You ain't gotta do it for you. Do it for someone else. You can go to whatamnuva.net and order that apparel. Get it for someone who can look down on that message. It's positive affirmation that life will go on. Trust me. Believe that. Also, mental health is wealth. Protect your mental health. I promise you're gonna protect your wealth. Believe women when they tell you things, especially if it's something that is discouraging. And also protect kids, man. Protect children. You see some weird shit going on, man, address it. Before we get up out of here though, women deserve to be in the conversation, period. Okay? If it's coming down to time inside the ring, as Big E talked about, we can't say that, women at a certain age that's into their shelf life, and we got wrestlers on the card that's in their late 40s. We're not going to do that. Put respect on it. Put more respect on women. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Happy birthday to Matt Cardona, celebrating his birthday, Big 4-0.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
But shout out, all that. But with that being said, man, we love y'all. Want y'all to be safe out there. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, tell a friend to share with a friend. Tell a friend that I told a friend. And I want to say that's about it. Cheech, you got anything?
Oh, bro, just stay blessed, man. And keep those that love you close to you.
Also, real quick, Cheech, I almost forgot. I did a poll earlier on on X, Twitter, just random. Do you shit in public places? I know, random, right? Real random.
My nigga, if I got to go, I'm going to go.
Okay.
I might be free balling after if I don't have nothing to wipe, but I'm wiping.
I'm not gonna hold you. I did a poll, and I want to say that it's split down the middle with yes and no. 48% said it all depends. I'm letting you know right now. I ain't holding it for nobody. If I'm at work, if I'm a guest at your church, a first time visitor, I don't care. Listen, I ain't holding it for nobody. I gotta go. I make sure I bring my travel kit. All right, keep your dude wipes on deck. But with that being said, we love y'all. Be safe, and let me know if y'all dropping the deuce in a public place. If you are, do it the safe way. But with that being said, we love y'all. We out. Be safe. Don't do that, bro. Be safe. We up out of here, man. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
I've got a love that can make for once in my life. I have someone who needs me. For once I can say, this is mine, you can't take it. As long as I know I have love I can make. For once I can feel that somebody's
Heard my plea for a